Hello and welcome to a special episode of Crafting with Rec. My name is Mrs. Sam and today we are making sun prints. The materials that you're going to need to make sun prints is a sunny day. You're going to need brushes, a 2-part chemistry that you can buy online or at your local craft store, some measuring cups, plexiglass and wood with clamps, or you can use an old frame from your home, gloves, peroxide, watercolor paper, or you can go to your local craft store and get a pre-made kit. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you are making sun prints at home, you're going to need to have a dark room in your home, or you can go to a dark room, and what you're going to do is mix this 2-part chemistry. It's a part A and part B. You're going to use half and half and mix them together. You're going to take your watercolor paper, dip it in the chemistry, and paint it on the paper. Let it dry and put it in a nice dark space. Today I have prepared my paper already. So when we are ready to take it out of the paper, it will begin to develop very quickly. So we're going to wait on that. But in order to make beautiful sun prints of different kinds of organic material, we're going to need to collect some. This kind of photography took place in the 1800s and the early 1900s. One of the most famous photographers using this form of photography is Anna Atkins. She was one of the first females to ever become recognized for photography during that time. She would collect underground, undersea urchins and creatures, and she would record them using this special kind of paper and chemistry. This process is really easy to do. It's very simple. Anyone can do it. This is fun for all ages, and we're going to get started. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start collecting organic material. I have a pair of scissors with me, and I'm here at Cadell Fine Arts in our local garden, and I'm going to start collecting some leaves and some flowers. So this is something that you can do at home as well. Follow me. All right, so I'm here in CFA's organic bee-friendly garden, and I'm going to start collecting some organic material. So here I have some sage. I'm going to start clipping off a couple pieces here. Don't mind the bees. Any kind of interesting looking leaves and things that you might like to make a print of. I'm going to go over here and grab some grass. So here at CFA we have a gardening program. It's a community garden. Here we have the bee-friendly garden. We also have some different kinds of fruits and vegetables here. So if you're interested in gardening or programs like these, you can call CFA at 216-664-4183 for more information. I'm going to keep snipping over here. We have some more really interesting leaves and flowers as well. All right, and over here I have some really beautiful flowers. I'm going to take a couple of these. So I feel these will make really nice silhouettes. Anything that you choose, you want it to be semi-flat because it's going to have to sit underneath your glass. So please keep that in mind. Let's grab a couple leaves from here. All right, so I have a pretty good handful of organic material. We're going to come back over to the front at our table and we're going to start assembling our sun print. All right, now we're going to start assembling our sun print. So you want to make sure that you keep your sun print out of the sun because it is UV sensitive and it starts to develop quickly. So I have it here in a couple different folders so that it's out of the sun's rays. I'm going to quickly pull it out. As you can see, it's kind of a yellowy, greenish, bluish color, and already it's beginning to develop. So I'm going to quickly put my materials on. And what happens is it's creating the silhouette of whatever kind of material that you put down. So I'm going to make it kind of look like a meadow scene here. In order for my materials not to fly away, I'm going to gently place my plexiglass on top, and I'm going to give it a firm press to make sure that that doesn't go anywhere any further. I'm going to clamp it down using my clamps. And then we're going to let this sit in the sun for about 5 minutes. And we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna let this sit in the sun for 5 minutes. And when we come back, we're gonna fix the image.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
Actor.
it's time we take a step forward
it's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Hello and welcome back to a special episode of Crafting with Rec. My name is Mrs. Sam, and we have done the development process. So this is ready to start going into our stop bath, where it fixes the image onto the paper. So I have one clip removed. I'm going to slowly unclip my plexi, take off the top, and gently remove my organic pieces. These can be composted in your compost later or thrown back into the garden. So here you'll see a ghostly image of some of the materials that we used. Before we put it in the stop bath, we're going to take some precautions since we are working with photochemistry. I'm putting on some gloves. Now I'm moving over here with my rotisserie pans filled with just regular old tap water. I'm going to put my paper in. When you get your paper inside of the water, you're going to gently rock back and forth just to kind of wake up those images. Putting it in the water stops any more development from happening from the sun, and it creates this long-lasting image onto our paper. So you want to do this part for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, just kind of agitating or gently rocking back and forth your paper, getting any extra chemistry off. So I'm going to even dip it into my water even deeper. And you can already see some of the image coming through. From that yellow, it turned into a nice Prussian blue color. And when we put it into our next stop bath with a little bit of peroxide, that deep dark blue is going to come out and it's going to look so cool. It's almost like magic. Okay, while we let this sit for a moment, I'm going to take a little bit of peroxide, a couple caps full is fine, and just put it in this water. Hydrogen peroxide has oxygen levels in it that really bring out that blue of that chemistry. This is my favorite part. So I take it out of that stop bath and we put it into the bath with the peroxide, and wow, look at that. Look how dark that got so quickly. So here we have our final image of our sun print. All you have to do is let it dry, and if your edges curl, just press it in an old book, and then you can frame it and hang it up or give it as a gift. It's just so fun, and once you start, you're gonna wanna make so many of these. Thank you so much for joining me in creating sun prints on today's special episode of Crafting with Rec. Again, my name is Mrs. Sam, and I will see you next time. Bye.